The following presentation does not represent Australian opinion or intellect. We do not speak for any religious order or ethnic minority. We are not political scientists or uni graduates. We're insignificant upper-lower class scum, comparing notes and airing grievances. It's just our opinion. Deal with it.
No way that GST will ever be part of our policy. Never ever, it's dead.
If they don't like it, go back to where they're from.
It is a big idea.
No, we don't need them.
A new world order. By 1990, no Australian child will be living in poverty.
Right.
You should shut up. That's what they say. Yeah, well, there you go.
Dude, Princess M was a king, man.
Dude, what a fighter, man. Pity what he let himself go, though. That's fucked. He looks like he's 52. 62. He looks fucked.
When did he stop fighting that?
2002. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's what it said.
Man, I remember when his career took off, and we were in high school. Like, we were in year 7, because I'm pretty sure that's when the game came out. That was about it, like, his licensed game. I'm pretty sure we were in year 7. So that means his whole career had wound up by the time we finished high school.
Oh, sorry. 2002, 2003. So
Yeah.
2003.
So his career started when we started high school, and it wound up by the time we finished.
Who are we talking about? Sorry.
Prince Nazim.
Oh, Prince Nazim.
The guy you just saw the video of.
Yeah.
Yemen.
He's alright.
Yeah, Yemen.
He's alright.
All right.
Nothing special.
He's...
Are you...
He's alright. Like, he's not. No.
How many video games you got licensed after you?
You know what they said, though? They're saying here that he didn't fulfill...
all right.
He didn't fulfill his potential.
Nah, because I remember he got injured or something, and then he lost a fight, and then just took too long to get back into it. Like, it really spooked him when he lost his first fight.
Spooked. Like a horse.
No. Like Rousey, man. You know, she didn't fight for a whole year because she lost, and then she just got
knocked out in
8
seconds.
What
whatever
happened?
it was.
No, it's alright. I'm just adjusting my muffler. my muffling device.
It's called a pop screen.
The pop screen. I'm adjusting the pop screen, sorry.
I'm an idiot, dude. I remember, like, I held out on buying one for, like, the home studio for years.
A muffler? Talking about a muffler? I'm in an antagonising mood today, FYI. I'm going to be just poking the nest.
And I've just been watching Nazim, like, knock cunts out for the last 10 rounds.
That's your question. How are you wearing jeans?
I know, man. You're the guy that would look for any opportunity to come in your jocks.
I'm literally in my jogs.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
dude, when we pulled up, I walked out to the
I'm taking my
his
top
van.
off.
This guy's, like, taking his clothes off. I'm literally, like, in shorts.
These are kind of like jeggings, so...
Jeggings?
And I've got them pulled up, so it's alright.
Do me a favour?
Please don't ever say that again.
I know, man.
I've got my 3/4 jeggings on, they're quite cool, it's alright.
To be fair, I do have those 80s acid wash jeans that are like jeggings.
But it's 50 degrees today.
I've seen those on you before.
Where?
I think you wore them to the football ones.
No.
Yeah.
No chance. I wouldn't have worn them to the foot. I bought them as a dare.
You wore them to the football with some brightly coloured sneakers, orange.
You know what? He brought him at retro round.
Dude, I've got a photographic memory. I remember that shit.
That sounds like something I would do, but I don't remember wearing them to the footy.
It was something you did.
Retro round.
Because, dude, I bought them as a dare. Me and him were at the crack den, and
Retro round?
I was telling him about
80s throwback round.
Do you ever buy clothes off ASOS at all?
No, I don't know.
ASOS. It's actually a really good site, man. I've been using
that's another thing, because I've been buying stuff off eBay.
Yeah.
But
ASOS is good for clothes, man.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of good sizing.
Is this our first sponsor, ASOS?
Nah. Dude, first sponsor would have been Maximus.
Maximus?
Yeah, for sure.
Maximus, and then...
Well, I haven't seen $1 yet. But
and then VB.
yeah, the first 10 episodes, VB, man. VB and Maximus. No, dude, ASOS is an online thing. It's just it's clothes,
Does that
accessories.
stand for something?
ASOS? I actually have no idea what it means. No idea. It's from the UK, I think, originally. But
ASOS Australia?
Yeah, but I was going to say, but they've got Australian distributors or whatever.
Yeah.
So you order something on a Monday, you could get it by Wednesday, theoretically.
They've got some cool shit, like buy jeans, jackets, t-shirts, whatever you want.
But their good thing is, like, their sales, when they do sales, you can buy... I bought a pair of chinos, like, fitted pair of chinos for, like, $14. Like, literally. And I wore them... Those chinos were, like, nice enough to wear to engagements and...
Well, 70% off.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's do it.
You can get, like, singlets and stuff, jocks, like, really, really cheap.
This pants would be up your alley. There's army print kind of jegging. $19.
Stop trolling me, Trollman.
Yeah, delivery's
leaning over all creepy.
Delivery's like a flat fee, like $5, but then if you go over $40 or something, it's free.
It's alright.
Yeah, so if you can load up during sales and stuff, you can end up getting like singlets, shorts. Yeah, you can buy,
man.
And they have branded stuff as well, like Nike, Adidas.
Dude,
like,
Adidas shoes,
stuff. Yeah. It's really
Jimmy,
good.
you can pull off the unbranded stuff because you're just that cute.
You're an idiot. I was just going to say,
No, I'm serious. You can.
I was just going to say,
You got that ruggedness about you.
my cute or my rugged?
It's both.
Ruggedly cute.
Wrapped into one amazing bundle over here.
You're a moron.
A bundle of joy.
Actually, speaking of ruggedly cute, do you remember?
Here's a bundle of joy.
Do you remember the episode when we were talking about the Ronaldo army, like a couple of weeks ago?
Like the soccer firm.
Yeah. And then I said, do we put Ronaldo in a cop uniform, or do we put like a Juventus top on Ronaldo?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. And then someone said, put the cop uniform on Ronaldo.
Yeah.
All right, it looked funnier.
Ah.
I actually looked at doing that, but it just made him look like a stripper.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because his face, like he's got that, boyish
Cute
charm.
face.
Yeah, just smiling, all tanned and oily, and then he's just got a cop uniform.
Could have left that. That would have been cute.
Can I buy you that shirt?
I could have probably pulled that off, actually.
You could pull that shirt off.
What shirt? I've got a shirt like that. I've actually got a T-shirt like that.
I'd bring out my blue and then my eyes.
Yeah, it's a Ben Sherman T-shirt. Would you buy stuff from Ben Sherman?
Yeah, I've got a few Ben.
I was going to say, you look like the Ben
I've got
Sherman
a Ben
type.
Sherman pair of jeans and a couple of Ben Sherman t-shirts.
Yeah, well, their T-shirts are pretty good quality, man.
Yeah.
That's the difference, quality, man, over...
It just lasts, like you wash it and it just stays like good.
Yeah, man.
It holds its shape.
Oh, ASOS got the rights for Metallica and Nirvana, did they?
Who doesn't have the rights to
Holy
Metallica and Nirvana,
shit,
man?
man?
Dangerfield, Kmart, H&M...
Wait, I'm out of the loop on this. They're coming out with Metallica on the clothes.
Well,
dude,
H&M and everything.
Yeah, Tommy and I, the rookie and I walked into H&M the other day, and they had Metallica T-shirts, or Iron Maiden. As soon as we walked in, I said, really?
Because you know the one
Big
I wore
W?
last week?
Yeah.
The Metallica t-shirt. I bought that from H&M in Spain.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, I freaked out. Ren's like, we're looking around, and Ren's like, she's selling Metallica t-shirts. I'm like,
Wait, everyone's selling Metallica T-shirts.
So in other words, Metallica sold out. Hard.
Well,
hard.
Kmart are selling Rolling Stones.
Hard.
Kmart is selling Rolling Stones.
You can buy Iron Maiden at Kmart.
Yeah, you can buy, dude, I found a Megadeth t-shirt at
Yeah,
Target.
Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Kmart has like every t-shirt imaginable these days. You can get like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, you can get Sonic, Mario...
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. What's going on? Like, with all the licensing of the T-shirts and stuff, you know what I think it is? Oops. I think it's to combat the internet T-shirts. You know, like, Cafe... Red Cafe or whatever it's called.
There's
Cafe
heaps,
Press?
Yeah.
Cafe Press?
There's heaps of those now where they're just printing them and selling them online.
Yeah, like there's heaps of vintage sites for like T-shirts and things like that. I reckon that's what it is. They're just trying to cash in.
That's all right. That's not right. It's going to hit the t-shirt market and just take over completely.
Absolutely. We're going to print Metallica T-shirts.
That's not right.
Do you know what I've always wanted?
It's going to have our three faces on it.
No. Do you know what I've always wanted to do? Print bootleg T-shirts, but like really fake, like Metallica, but call it like something else. Yeah, Metallica or whatever.
Or just miss their letter or something.
Yeah. There's total bootlegs.
Megadeth.
Actually, you know what would look funny? It's like
White Sabbath.
like a white T-shirt. Like, you know, like the Metallica logo, right? Like you can't actually miss it. Yeah.
The one with the M, like the star or whatever.
No, like the logo, the written logo.
The traditional Metallica.
Yeah. You know that logo? Could you imagine it like on a white T-shirt, and it starts off like proper, you know, with that jagged sort of style, but then just looks like it's been drawn on, like
it's all rounded at the edges and stuff?
it's just written badly, and it's spelt wrong as well. That'd make a cool T-shirt. I'm giving out ideas on the internet, man.
Yeah, because it's like it's like a really hard metal band. It's like this soft baby drawing sort of thing. Yeah.
Actually, that'd be pretty funny. Like, printing a Metallica T-shirt, but like in pink and lavender.
Like an ironic T-shirt.
Yeah.
Dude.
Lavender.
Lavender, man.
Lavender with like soft yellow Metallica or something.
It reminds me of do you remember the Spice Girl T-shirt?
And it like sits up over your belly button.
Dude, how old are your sisters? Like in comparison to you? Like how many years apart? Like it's relative, yeah?
Yeah, so like 5 each way, roughly.
Yeah. Were they into Spice Girls when the Spice Girls first came out?
Hell no.
Really?
Hell no.
Is it just because they were like... I know
my older
sister's
sister's
grunge.
Yeah, my sister's like a full-on hippie grunge head, so she's like not into pop and stuff.
Okay.
My younger sister, no, not really. She's more like...
Because it just... Now that you're talking about licensing T-shirts, I just remembered when the Spice Girls came out. They were in the paper today, actually. I remember my sister had like one of their Spice World What
the
halter
British flag
neck
and stuff?
Yeah, no, just even the logo. But it was, I remember like the yellows and the curly colours.
Yeah. My sisters loved the fucking
dude, that was the
Spice Girls.
worst. Christmas Day, like 1997, man, or 96.
People of the world!
She got a copy of like the album, or she got a copy of like a compilation CD with Wannabe on it.
Yeah.
Man, that song was on repeat for literally.
I'm just picturing the old photo albums with like the faded photos with like the Spice Girls tops on it.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
No shit.
Tizzed out hair.
Yeah, and I remember like she had you remember Girlfriend? Girlfriend were like the Australian version of Spice
Was that
Spice
Sophie
Girls.
Monk?
No.
No. They were
That was Bardot.
Bardot.
Hey, I saw Sophie Monk. She came into JB Hi-Fi once when I worked there. Oh my god.
And let me guess.
Was this pre-Botox or post?
You beat one off right then and there, didn't you?
Let's just say I made my way to the toilet pretty quickly. Nah, like I saw her and it was like...
She looked mangled after a while, man. Like she went hard on the plastic surgery.
Like, I've seen a few celebrities or whatever. I never really get starstruck or whatever, but her, like, because I already liked her beforehand.
Quite tall. Like,
when I saw her, man, it's just like she had like a glowing like aura around her. She's hot as.
I'm taking my break. You've only been here 15 minutes. I'm taking my goddamn
You
break.
haven't even signed on yet.
I'm taking my goddamn break.
Dude, Spice Girls, man. I was thinking about them before. I was reading this article on them.
Let's dig deep into the Spice Girls, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm not digging deep. They were
Let's
literally in
dig.
the paper just like today.
Let's
I was
dig.
reading about they had like an ex-manager that they ended up fucking over, like an ex-producer. No, ex-manager. I think he was the guy that sort of discovered him, and then they did the final dash at the end, stole the masters, and then took it to some other label. But do you know how old they were when they first started?
Young.
Like 96, 97. How old do you reckon the Spice Girls were?
I'm guessing like
I was going to say mid-20s.
I was going to say early 20s because I'm thinking
Mid-20s?
I'm just thinking of like Posh's face, like when she first started, she had that real young looking face.
Well, let's do the maths, right? Victoria Beckham would be almost 50 now.
I know how old they are.
Okay.
So I'm going to...
Well,
Jimmy's a big Spice Girls fan.
All right,
I'm not a fan.
Well, let's do the maths, right? Victoria Beckham would be mid-40s now,
Yeah.
all right? And she would have been one of the older ones, I'd say.
And they were
No?
big, what, 20 years ago?
Jerry Halliwell was like 80, forget it. She was dancing around the 50s.
She's 80.
People of the world!
She's 80. She's 80. Like when she's
Getting my
80.
osteopules.
I just pictured my great aunts in Greece that are actually 80. People of the world. And Beckham just walking in, same age. No. Dude, when they first came out, Baby was obviously the youngest one, right? What was that? Baby, Scary,
Acting like he doesn't know.
Wasn't Baby Spice like 17?
Hang on. Jerry Halliwell's was
Ginger?
Yeah.
Ginger. And
Firecracker
Sporty.
Spice.
Sporty.
Sporty was
Yeah,
the
dude.
dyke one.
Mel B. And Mel B was the youngest. She was like 18 or 19.
That's a sporty one, yeah?
Yeah. No, that's Mel C.
Ah.
Yeah. So Mel B
Gayest
is,
conversation ever.
But the oldest... This is the gayest
No,
conversation
that
ever.
was Mel C.
What have we discussed? Oh my god.
Mel C had the blonde
Throw
hair.
out of the fan club. No, dude. And
All I know was the black
this
one
is
was
what
scary.
This is what got me when I was reading this article. Yeah, Mel B and all them, and like they were like 18 and 19, and the oldest one was Jerry Halliwell.
Told you.
And do you remember like?
Not hard to spot.
Do you remember when she came out, right? Like, as in when they came out, everyone knew she was the oldest one, but it was like, oh yeah, she's definitely the oldest one. Like, it was a big thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what the age difference was? Like 4 years. She was like 22.
That's not that much older.
Dude, like 3-4 years. That's the 3-4
She looked
years.
40.
Man. Dude.
They made
And
her
I
look
started
like that.
thinking about it. Like, we were about 12, 13 when they first came out. 11, 12. Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Because my sisters were about 8, and they were like all over it.
So we were about 12, 13, and Jerry Halliwell looked like the oldest one at 22. So,
She's over the hill. She's
and
done.
I just like...
Old hag.
It was really weird, because, you know what I did today? Actually, I didn't tell you what I did today. You know when you messaged me saying, what time we're doing a podcast, I said, I'm about an hour away?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know where I was?
By the looks of it, you've been out and about looking sexy and your wife feet are over there.
I went for a bike ride.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, dude. So,
Into the slums or the other way?
well, that's the interesting thing, man. I knew I wouldn't have enough time to head towards like the beach down North Road, like your way.
Yeah.
And I knew that I didn't want to go down.
I live in the
towards
good
your way
area.
because Springy Road, like coming back, it's just bare. It's all hill. Would have killed me. So I pumped the tyres up.
Weak.
Oh, sorry.
Shit's weak.
35 degrees, he's running his bike.
I used to play tennis in this heat. Give me a break.
You used to.
That's antagonising, cunt, man.
Can't help it.
All right.
You're throwing him off.
No,
You're throwing him off.
I went through the slums of like Noble, over the railway lines, and then sort of cut through Springy South, Keysy. So
you
just
look-
kept going.
So you look like a dealer.
Yeah,
On a bike.
But man, first thing that hit me was when I hit the back end of Noble Park, like past Harrisfield, just as you get to the train line.
Yeah.
I came out, I took a side street, went over the drains and the aqueduct sort of area, and just hit this strip. I swear to God, I thought I was in Cambodia or something, man. Like it had those just run-down looking houses.
Shantytown.
The smell, like all the spices and stuff started hitting my nose, and every house around me had like 100 pairs of sandals and stuff at the front door. Like it felt like another world, man. But I kept going. I went past Keysy.
Went past the Badlands, decided to keep going.
Kept pushing down. Like I didn't actually get on Springy Road, but I took all the back streets basically. I went past Park Mall, all that way, and I ended up at where the Dandy Bypass is.
Oh, yeah.
And I found a bike track, and just you take Dandy Bypass, like you follow it all the way down. Do you know where Springers is?
Yeah, leisure centre.
Yeah.
Hey.
All the way at the back of that. Like, I don't know where I came out. Like, I took a few lefts and rights.
Dude, you could have pretty much gone to Edithville Beach.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah, I was going to say, you're close to me, man.
I got no idea where I was.
You were up the road from him.
But you got me, man.
Snob.
I hit this parkway. Like, there was this whole, like, little gated community thing, right? And then I sort of went around it and hit this parkway. And then before you know it, like, I've gone past the footy field. I have no idea where I am. Like, I was using Strava, so I'll have a look at the map, right? Because I recorded it. But I hit these park, like, greenlands, and it was literally like weepy eucalyptus-looking trees, or are they like willows?
Weeping willows, my
Are they
friend.
willows?
Weeping
They look like
willows.
eucalyptus trees, but they're
weeping
low.
willows, yeah.
Yeah. There's heaps of
Is that where
them.
your ancestors used to sit under?
Yeah.
Dude,
You used to tell stories under the old willow tree. Stories of the killing times.
I went through it, and
Seriously.
man, it was all like engineered. Like there was just these big, wide spaces, and just these parkways and gravel tracks and dirt tracks. And I went all the way through that. I had no idea where I was. I felt like I was in like New South or something.
The story sounds made up.
I'm not even joking. It may as
made
well have
up.
been, man.
Why are you lying to me?
But then, do you know what hit me? I thought the park was like, where the hell am I? Like, I don't need like the tips or something. Like, shouldn't at least be still urban? I got through that, and then there was like another community, like another like estate, like one of those closed estates. Yeah. And it was all green, and it looked manufactured. I'm like, this looks like one of those Hollywood Hills sort of areas. Like there were no other cars on the road, but everything looked perfect. And I went all the way down, and I've just hit like the street that I was on sort of took a bend, and all of a sudden I was at the back end of this estate, and I'm like, okay, so the green's all like stopped, like the parkways are stopped, and I've just turned and I saw the golf course. Where like it was just a golf course, and this golf course was bigger than anything, man. It was just all old people in like pink polos and like khaki shorts.
Give me riding past.
Yeah. And I'm riding through. I'm riding through. So I've caught the back end of like all the housing estates. So like you're at the very back of it, right? But then this is what got me. I saw like all the houses looked really picturesque and perfect. Like they had like the basketball ring, over the garage, the double garage, or they had the standalone basketball ring.
Yeah.
There was like a bike on the porch of one of these houses. Like they're all double-story townhouses.
So like it looked like middle America.
Yeah, dude, there was a bike, no chain, no nothing.
Was there an
like,
Australian
sitting there.
flag on a pole?
Oh, man, I swear to God.
It would have been, I guarantee you.
I kept going, and then I hit like another little...
man.
Dude, I hit another little parkway, like in this whole estate, right at the back, and it just went around in like a circle. It took like 3.5 minutes to get around the whole thing. It was all wetlands, but it honestly felt like you were in the middle of the bush. Like, it was weird,
I'm surprised they didn't call the cops on you.
Yeah, but there was no one else around, like no one. I was completely alone, man, like the entire ride.
Do you get raped at the end of this story?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, when I was riding back and I went through that Greenlands again, I'm
hope
like,
so.
dude, anyone could be out here.
I hope so.
Like, if there are any kids or anyone walking through here, like, in the middle of the day coming home from school or whatever. Like,
They're mine.
yeah, anyone could have been out there. But you know what caught me, man? When I was passing the houses again, I'm like, this looks too fake. There was a guy sitting in a garage, like as I was passing him, he was working on he had like the double garage door open, there was like a V8 combo with like a kit on it sitting on one side, and he was working on his cruiser, like his bike, you know what I mean, like just tuning it up, like or whatever, like tinkering in the garage, and I thought, man, are we in middle America?
Tuning up his hog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as I kept going, man, this is the one thing that stuck out. I'm like, this is all too clean. This is too perfect.
Was there a Mexican gardener?
Yeah, see what there was? There was a Christmas decoration still over one of the doors.
Yeah.
With it was the house with the bike out the front of it.
They'll be getting frowned upon in that estate.
Do you know what I thought? Do you know what my first thought was? Okay, this feels like a fake community built for like either like
Nuclear testing?
yeah, I swear to God, or like they've just got spies or military watch or
It could be a cult community.
no shit.
Yeah.
It felt like it was a fake, like it was a movie set. And I thought about it. Do you reckon there are communities out there in, say, Melbourne or whatever?
Like Pleasantville.
Yeah, that are completely manufactured.
Pleasantville.
They're completely manufactured.
Absolutely.
So, like, people, like, you know, government agents or whatever, like, literally live
dude.
there. But, like, inside the doors. Because, like, this is the very back. Like, if you ever wanted to escape from anything, you'd go there and no one would ever find
So I
no
don't
one
even
would
know
ever
about this
think-
place.
It was, I don't even know how I got there, man. I just kept going. Like, I wasn't looking at my phone for, like, Google Maps.
So everything was picturesque. The nice lawns, the houses.
I've got no idea where it was. It's sort of in between Dandy South and, like, Chelsea. Like, in between there somewhere.
Dude, it sounds like my estate.
Nah, like, even more different. Your estate, you can sort of drive in and it's... Like, it's picturesque, but there's people moving around everywhere. There was literally no one. Streets were empty.
You see Bobby at the door, you know it's not a good estate.
Yeah, I'm like the fucking bad neighbour.
This guy walks in his jocks to get the paper. Fuck you looking at?
The bad neighbour.
Oh, seriously. And you know, one time I left my dog out the back, right? And he barks like when we're not there.
You've got a dog?
Jack Russell.
Yeah, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, no, he stays with me sometimes. He can't stay there. This is one of the reasons why. I brought him over to my place, put him in the backyard, we went out for a bit, and he was just barking constantly the whole time. Someone let him out.
Someone came to your house and let him out.
Someone came, opened the back gate and let him out.
He was barking so much.
Ah,
That's fucked.
I know.
I'm surprised the dog didn't attack him.
Nah,
He's a little bitch, he would just run away.
He attacked
fine.
inside the house.
Because we, like, came back, we drove into the estate, and, like, I'm looking out the window, and, like, Spunky's just sitting there, like, on the grass, like, looking out at the lake. I'm just like, what the fuck? And
Are you
it was,
serious?
Yeah, it was all locked up and shit, so someone's climbed over and opened it. Yeah, 100%.
What, because the dog was barking?
Mm.
That's wrong. They should have at least made a call to the cops, come in and said, hey, man, can you lock your dog up or some shit?
Nah, man, my estate's full of, like, old, starchy, fucking,
there you go. That's
just
why.
stuck up
That's why.
pigs.
I had the two pitties at the crack then. No one's going to jump over that fence.
Yeah, no.
One kid
I
tried.
love how you just said you had the starchy old dudes. As I was riding through, because like instead of going around the community on the way back, I thought, fuck it, I'm riding through. I want to see what the hell's going on. And the only person I saw out all I saw was from the back. Was an old dude in a polo, like pale white legs and a hat.
That's all I ever see.
And he's sitting there watering his
Do you know what this sounds like?
Dude, they're picking up leaves in my estate. Constantly picking up leaves.
You know
like,
what area this sounds like? You probably wouldn't have ridden that far, but you never know. It could have been like Patterson Lakes.
yeah, well, that's like the
Is that what Patterson Lakes is?
Dude,
I know.
it could have been. It actually could have been Patterson Lakes.
That's a very nice area. It's on the next suburb to me.
Yeah, because well, there you go. It could have been Patterson Lakes. Dude,
Next suburb to me, dude.
The houses run back on that lake.
If I check the map, I'll be able to figure it out.
and it's like super lush and green.
Oh,
around
dude,
there. It's
houses
nice.
there. I'll tell you
Well,
how
look
much the
at
houses are.
going from my house to there and back, I did like 21 Ks. Yeah,
Sounds about
so
right, man.
about 10 Ks from my joint going
Yeah.
south, down like south. Just picture that.
Dude, Patterson Lakes is like
I said to my, yeah.
area's Turak.
I said to my girlfriend, if I ever got a lot of money, I'd probably buy a house in Patterson Lakes. Is that nice?
Really?
Like right on the river.
Oh,
Man. Like,
dude, it's beautiful.
like on the inlet of the beach. Like in the houses are just right on the water.
Yeah, I've never actually hung out in Patterson Lakes.
Se-
Dude,
Seriously?
next time you come to
Yeah.
my house, I'll take you out the front, and it overlooks like the lake. And dude, it's
Man,
sick.
it's weird that
And you
you
get a
say
little
that.
boat and stuff, and you just go
Yeah,
cruising on the lake and
I
stuff.
was just
man.
thinking, dude, like, because when I was riding around there and I saw those starchy dudes playing golf, the first thing I thought of was, fucking hell, man, this golf course is huge. Like, you couldn't even see, like, you can't see from one end to the other. Like, I'm at the fence.
Oh, no way, dude. Golf courses are massive.
And I'm like, I literally just rode this entire little green strip, which I thought was massive, and then, like, I'm just seeing the golf
acres and
course.
acres, yeah.
Acres. Yeah.
You know where I think you went? I think you went to Waterways.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
And the next suburb over, there's Chelsea Heights, and then there's Patterson Lakes.
Yeah, that's probably
I
where
already
we
went
are.
to Waterways.
That's
It's that
where you
new
are.
estate,
yeah.
and it's a really nice. It's a really nice.
I was
area.
watching these old dudes, like, as I'm riding along, and it's like,
Dude, I monitor them every day, and they piss me off.
it was
so
about
much.
12, it was probably just after lunch,
Yeah.
yeah? So they're sitting there playing their golf or whatever. And I just thought, shit, man. Like, I've just ridden from the slums. And, like, the demographic, like, was just, the contrast was ridiculous. Like, by the time I got out of
yeah,
my
bad.
joint,
Yeah.
you know, I'd seen, like, South Asians, I'd seen Southeast Asians, sort of a whole bunch of Africans, because I was right near Noble, like, the train station.
Big contrast,
So, yeah,
man.
like, I'm seeing all these houses. Like, these houses, man, like, you guys haven't cruised, because Noble, like, that area is an older suburb, but it hasn't been fully redeveloped yet. Like, they're not knocking down all this.
Yeah.
They're starting to do it.
Yeah.
But so you'll see a couple new townhouses, but then you'll just see these old weatherboard houses
Yeah.
on massive properties
Yeah.
where, like, Maeve lived. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just seeing this massive contrast. I'm smelling, like, different spices, and I'm smelling incense, and,
Yeah.
you know, you might get the random wog house with, like, the lemons and shit out the front.
Yep.
Then you'll get, like, a South Asian house, and you can smell, like, you know,
Yeah.
red curries and shit busting through the
Coriander
door.
and
yeah,
ginger and
coriander,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck
it
yeah,
literally,
man.
it was a potpourri, man. man. As soon as I hit that estate, it was just dead until you hit the water, like the
Just
wetlands.
the smell of like new cars and shit.
Yeah. And I was watching these old dudes, and I'm like, how old would these guys be? Because they looked old. They looked older than my mum. Like, do you know what I mean? So they would have been in their mid-70s, maybe mid to late 70s, still playing golf. I'm like, what have these guys been doing their entire lives in order to be able to do this now? Because like, my parents would be near retirement age, and they're still working.
Shaking hands down at the Freemason.
Do you know what I mean? That's what got me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, man. Like, these guys are clearly retired.
Dude, I ponder that all the
and
time.
they're playing golf. Man.
Dude, as I drive through my estate, like the garage doors are open, they all own golf carts, golf buggies, because it's like it's attached to the course, and they just drive over.
Yeah.
And then next to that is a BMW, and like.
Well, that's the thing. Patterson Lakes has got the golf course. Patterson Lakes golf.
Yeah.
Oh, we've set up stuff there.
Yeah. The country club.
Yeah, the country clubs.
And I just think about it. I'm like, shit, man. Like, in order to retire,
Stato just starts burning up the course.
Dude, they hate you around there.
Dude,
I've been yelled at for
golf course,
speeding. I'm doing 50. Slow down.
Slow down.
Yeah, hooligan.
Yeah,
Letting the wrong type of people in here.
I hate them, and they're standing up on their porches with their Aussie flags and their barbecues. I'm just like, cunt.
And their barbecue.
Because he's not part of it.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't want to be part of it.
I know, but I just watch it. I'm like, man, I'm working like an absolute pig, and I'm not saving a single dollar. How have these guys made enough money to retire at their age or whatever, and they're just playing golf during the day? Whereas, like, my parents and, like, you know, all the people I know.
Yeah, but it was easier
that'll
for
be
them.
me.
It's easier for them.
You reckon?
Yeah, because buying a house was so much easier back then, right? And you can just like
everyone bought a house.
Well, I'll tell you
Like,
what, Patterson, to buy in Patterson Lakes back then, it wasn't a big deal. It was like, oh, yeah, whatever.
I was talking to one of the old truck drivers at work, right? Bought a place, Pete. He's one of the oldest truck drivers in Victoria. He's like 94. So
What?
still driving.
Jesus!
And he's driving still.
The
Still
B
driving.
double just reversing in. Can you see him with his like half glasses?
Yeah.
No, but just get out of the way, young lad, and just try to swing it in.
Runs over a dog.
Dude, he doesn't even wear glasses.
Jesus.
And he comes in, has a chat to me every day. He's cool as. But what he was telling me was he bought a house in Woody Alec, right?
Back in 57.
Yeah, it was like 60 years ago or something, right? And he bought it for like, I can't remember the exact figure. It was a few days back that he told me. It was in pounds. It was like 1,020 pounds or something ridiculous.
Oh, no shit. So back in the day.
And I'm like, how much is the house worth now? He's like, it's in Woody Alec's over $1 million.
Yeah, easy.
You know what I mean? So it was just easier.
Yeah, but dude, even
their wages were
even
fuck
houses
all.
in Clayton 30 years ago, you could buy a house in Clayton for $50K.
Yeah, man.
Now they're worth average $750 to $1 million.
Yeah, it's boomed like crazy. It's so hard now.
In 30 years, that's what you pay.
But if you want to live in Patterson Lakes, you can buy a 3-bedroom apartment next to the lake. Not new, you probably have to do a bit of renovation to
Yeah.
it, for $375,000.
What, now?
Yep.
You reckon?
Found it.
Found it. You just got ready to go, man.
Hey, I'm not lying, mate.
You should see some of the new houses being built, like along the river.
I'm looking at some of these houses.
Do you know what, man?
And they're amazing.
They look like complexes. Like
I was just going to say,
concrete complexes.
When I got onto the bike path off Cheltenham Road that followed the Dandy bypass, I was passing all these houses that looked like they'd been untouched for like years, as in its own little community. And because they built the Dandy bypass there, it must have all just been flat land, like meadows. You know what I mean? Like nothing going past that point of like Keezy. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at all these properties. One guy's property had this fence line literally on the path of the bike path.
Yeah.
And it was only just fenced. Half of it was fenced off, like normally, but he had like, it was like fruit and shit, right?
Yeah.
And the other half wasn't even fenced off. It was just shrubs, like trees, like lots and lots of shrubs and trees.
Easy to get in.
Well,
Pluck some fruit.
yeah. But one of the houses before that looked like it was a massive property, and the front part of the house looked like a standard, double 2-3 bedroom brick house, or whatever. But the back end had this really modern, tall, upright, like a bungalow, but the bungalow 2.0. So it was really modern.
Yeah, cool as fuck.
It had like weathered looking dark panels of wood.
Yeah.
But
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, so like the bottom floor would have been just maybe like a lounge room and a kitchen, and the top floor would have been like a bathroom and a bedroom.
Little bedroom, yeah.
But it was no more than like just a garage sort of size. Do you know what I mean? Like in length.
But how mad would that have been when
It
you were a
looks
teenager,
sick.
dude? Like to have that as a teenager? Like,
Yeah, it looked sick, man.
Hey, man.
Absolutely cool as. But
You're reminding me of, I used to watch Grand Designs, just a show about like amazing homes people
I
own.
watched Grand Designs Australia yesterday.
Dude, I fucking
How cool is it?
I love that show, and I just love awesome houses. Like it makes me so jealous. Like when I watch
I've
it.
seen like people like they're building inside of a mountain,
Yeah.
and just they dig the mountain out, and it's just unbelievable, man.
Insane.
So cool.
I've watched that show for hours, like
Yeah,
days,
man.
days.
I watch all the time. Ren looks at me like, "What the fuck are you watching?" Grand Designs Australia shows. You're an idiot.
I don't know,
I'm
man.
like, "Oh,
Like I see that sort of shit and like those massive houses of excess and stuff. But then like when I was riding back from like this big ride, it wasn't even a big ride. I was only gone for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I cut it short because I knew I wouldn't have the legs to bring me back because it's all uphill.
Catch a bus back.
It's all uphill from my house to like that way. It's downhill, and then on the way back, you're fucked. Like,
Weak.
all right, man. Weak. Yeah. What was your exercise for the day? Rolling up a ciggy.
You're just going to put your head,
Rolling
down
up a
and do it.
ciggy, just
strenuous
just a
stuff.
strenuous dump.
Oh, my fingers.
Carpal tunnel. Can you imagine that goes wrong?
One roll is-
He rolls his smoke, you just hear a crack.
His wrist, like,
Hey, listen to this.
Oh, I was just going to say, dude. I was just going to say, as I was
we're all
riding
falling
back,
apart.
We're all fucked.
dude, I'm going up Corrigan Road or something, right? And as I'm going past these houses and
Is this the part where you get raped?
No.
Damn.
The demographic was starting to change again. I passed all these houses, and there was this dude standing on the side of the road, like this old dude, past the construction site. And he's he sort of like motioned at me like to like move. So I pulled over. I was getting ready to like blast him. Like, what?
What, mate?
I'm on the road. Like, I'm not even on the
Yeah.
footpath anywhere near him. And he goes, go faster, go faster. I'm like, faster? Yeah, I go, mate. I go, my legs are gone, man. I go, I had a big ride.
I'm weak. I can't do it.
Yeah, that's what I said. All right? Anyway, he started chatting.
Too weak.
This guy's like, he was in his 70s. He's Armenian, born in Turkey, was in the military for like 20 years.
Colourful life.
Flew to
nails.
France.
Hard
Flew
as
to
nails.
France for 10 years. Then came to Melbourne and had like 2 or 3 kids or whatever. He's been here like another 20 years or something. Yeah, like I was trying to piece it together. And we were just like talking a bit, then like I took off or whatever. But I'm just like, holy shit, man. Like I was looking at the houses, I was looking at the house that I assumed would have been his. I'm like, this guy's had like the biggest history of like anyone I've met in the last like, week or whatever. And he's living in this fucking house. And then as I kept going up, I just kept seeing like because like I saw this like an Indian looking woman, like wearing the full like get up, standing on the side of the road, like waiting for someone at a corner. Then as the houses started changing, I just started seeing families like pouring in and out of like all the houses,
Yeah.
like 10 people plus in like a little shack. But depending where they came from, that's probably a fucking mansion,
Yeah.
like,
Absolutely.
compared to wherever the fuck they came from.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So then I'm looking at like these like picturesque houses down near the golf course. I'm like, what's the fucking point? Like,
Yeah.
all these people have got stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
That's why, like, when I watch those sort of shows, I'm sort of like, what's the fucking point of all that sort of shit?
Yeah.
Like, how many people could realistically ever live like that?
Oh,
As in,
not many at all.
percentage-wise, you know what I mean?
Like, these houses are fucking like mansions. Like,
Yeah.
But they're not that expensive. As in, they're expensive, but they're not astronomical where you look at it and think, fuck, it's 4 mil or 3 mil. Well, it's expensive. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't go there and buy a house. All right? We could not go there, but it's not like going to Toorak and be like, all right, that's definitely not on the agenda.
Yeah, this always happens to me when I go for bike rides, because you're just lost in your thoughts. Like, you're not talking to anyone else, you're just riding. And it's riding a bike is like it's primarily what you did as a kid. So the second you were able to ride from, like, say, 4 or whatever through to, say, 15 when you started catching buses and stuff everywhere, like, these are the same thoughts that go into my head. And it clicked to me that, shit, man, I'm actually an adult now. Like, we're actually adults. We don't feel like it. Like, we talk about it all the time. We feel like we're fucking teenagers still.
we are definitely fucking adults. So.
You know what I mean? But we are. Like, no shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it just trips me out.
I feel like
Yeah.
an adult.
Because then I
Dude,
saw
I think about that shit all the time.
I see these old dudes. I'm like, hang on, these guys have got about 40 years on me, and they're playing golf in the middle of the day. I'm struggling to feed myself right now.
Yeah.
Like, at what point does it start changing and you start seeing that shit? Like, I don't know. Like, it put me in a really weird mood. Like, and then I started thinking about what were my thoughts riding a bike when I was like 8. Do you know what I mean? What the hell was I thinking about then?
You're going to kill someone one day.
I will,
You're going to
dude.
snap and
Without a shadow of a
Some
doubt,
poor
man.
guy's buying milk at the milk bar.
Oh.
This guy walks past, looks at him wrong, just grabs him by the throat.
How the
Yeah,
fuck
man.
did you afford milk, you motherfucker?
It's not even about
A2,
that.
huh?
No, I know.
A2.
It's just no, it
Not
just
even the
trips
shit
me out.
milk.
Because, dude, like I said, I don't feel like I'm an adult. I still do childish shit. You know
Dude,
what I
I'm
mean?
the biggest fucking child ever.
This morning, man, because like we had the morning off, right? Because we couldn't. You had your night shift.
Actually, it was
or
nice to
whatever.
have the morning off because I could sleep in a bit.
Yeah, I got up.
Nice.
I made breakfast. I made breakfast, sat down, watched TV for a bit, then I played FIFA for like 2 hours, and then I said, "Man, I've wasted the whole day. I've got to go for I've got to go for a bike ride or something because this is fucked. Like, it's such a nice day today." And I'm like, it started there because I saw like the rates on my fridge that I have to pay like in the next month.
I'm getting out of here.
And I'm like, dickhead, like you're in your 30s, you're just making breakfast, you live like, you know, you live alone or whatever, like you're an adult. dumb cunt. Like, you're actually a fucking adult. Like, wake up.
Yeah.
And it just put me in the weirdest headspace for the rest of the day, man.
Oh, fuck that though, man. Who cares?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Should we care?
Nah, stay young, man. Fuck it. Otherwise, I'm like that old starchy guy picking up leaves from his front yard. Fuck that.
But
I don't care if he has a gold card. He's old and starchy. I don't want to be like that.
But that's the whole thing why, in my mind, it's because we're heading to that middle age. Whether you like it or not, we're heading there.
Yeah,
right?
But
And
that
that's
doesn't mean you
why,
have to change.
No, that's why my whole thing is to buy property out somewhere so I can ride my dirt bikes. I don't have to show anything to anyone.
The landscape dream. Again. Every week, the landscape dream. You get it. You love the fucking landscape, alright? Jesus.
You're not invited.
I'll break in.
No, Bobby's allowed.
No, Bobby's allowed. His name's Bobby.
You can have one.
You can have one. But yeah, but I'll, that's the whole thing. These guys' dream was probably to settle down and like retire and play golf like a pansy. But it's
like a loser.
Look, there's nothing wrong with playing golf if that's what you want to do in your retirement. Like, you can spend your retirement any way you want.
Poof.
But it just trips me out. Yeah. Like, as in, my mindset is so far away from holy shit. Yeah. Like,
you know what else is annoying about golf courses? Like, when there's droughts and shit, water restrictions. No restrictions for the golf courses.
Dude, that's lush as fuck, that grass.
Really?
Dude.
Priority number one, keep the greens green.
Yeah, because they pay for water. Like, those... do you know what golf membership...
So I pay for my water, I'm allowed to use it.
You're lucky to get water. Like, we are lucky to get water.
Because, dude, I know they pay golf memberships and stuff.
Do you know what
like
golf
that,
memberships cost?
But that's taking water away. So does that mean because you're rich? Exactly.
That's all it comes down to, buddy.
Yeah, yeah. If you got the cash,
do you know what it costs? Like, to
isn't
get
it like 30 grand a year? Or something?
Look up, dude. Here's a little project for you right now.
That much, Jesus.
Dude, look up membership. Look up membership at the Royal Golf Course in Beaumaris. All right. Because to get in there, you got to be a big knob. A big knob. I used to do flooring jobs out there, yeah? We'd rock up. They used to send me and this Lebo Adonis. They used to send the two woggiest looking guys out to the Royal Golf Course in a truck. So many times we'd get out there, man, we'd literally be getting hit by line drives and stuff. Like in the fairway.
Yeah.
Like, they'd see us, they'd see the truck, we're trying to cart flooring out there, and they'd just be firing shots at us, man. They didn't care. Get off the course! Like,
look, Dennis, two young thugs. Let's aim for them.
Legit. Dude, we were in, it was at the Royal Golf Course, or maybe the one in Mornington somewhere. This is going back, like, 2007, 2008.
These guys won't even tell me a price.
Dude, we were literally just off went off the thing. We were in the firing range.
No, they scented scum.
We were in the firing range of the tee off area, man. Literally, like, we're standing there trying to set up a marquee, and I leaned over to pick like a spike up or something. This golf ball just hits the side of the truck, like right behind me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I called all the casuals off. Like, we went and hid, like literally hid. Then these women like rock up in their golf carts. Like, you see the ball? I'm like, ball? Like, you nearly took my head off.
Did you run and take cover?
Dude, they told us to get off the course because they were playing through. Like, as in management and stuff came out. I was on the phone with my boss saying, can you tell these idiots to, like, stop because we're getting hit?
But, you know, when you yell at playing through, it's just, that you can do whatever you want.
Dude, there were human beings out there, man.
Doesn't matter. Playing through, rule applies, bitch.
Like, yeah, go fuck yourself.
Okay, so, they won't actually tell me the price for a membership because you have to sign up.
Yeah, because you have to know someone first. Yeah. First, they have to screen you.
You have to know the Freemason handshake.
I was just say, you got to do the Mason handshake.
If you're an interstate guest of a person that's a member, you have to pay $300 for a day. Play 18 holes. If you're an overseas guest, you pay $500 per person.
To play 18 rounds of golf?
Have a laugh with some sherry.
No, to literally walk around some nice grounds. That's it.
That's depressing.
I hate that place and everyone that plays there.
That really pisses me off about that, like the elitism in golf, where it's the night, like, and that's the thing, man. It's like cemeteries and golf courses. Jerry Seinfeld said it in like season 7 or something. He's like, now I know. He goes, you know, cemeteries are a nice looking area, and now I understand why people like golf. Sometimes it's just nice to be in a well landscaped environment.
Yeah.
And it's true, man.
Yeah.
We'd be out there in these courses, and we take a breather, you know, like for smoko. I'd be literally sitting under a tree and just staring at like a lake.
Yeah.
You know, there's birds and shit flying around. Like, man, this is so nice.
This
is more reasonable. Sandringham, which is just up the fucking road, have got a golf course as well.
There's one in Sandringham. There's one in Dingley, like out that way.
Here, the cost is very reasonable.
What's that?
So, in fact, it's a one-off joining fee of $110.
Okay.
And you pay $150 a year to play.
Yeah, but
so $260.
I got mates that used to play like tours and stuff, and they'd be paying thousands for membership. And then tee time's not guaranteed. Like,
Could be running late, could be whatever.
Dude, some of these courses are so fucking elitist. Like, you need to know someone in there, like the head of the Grand Dragon.
So us three would walk in, they'd kick us straight out.
They'd tell us to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
We wouldn't make it through the gates. Like, literally. There's no way we'd ever be allowed. Literally, we would never be allowed on that course.
We don't take cunts
for what?
Like around here.
For what? It's the most nicely, well-landscaped area, man. And it's, like, what's the average size of a golf course? Like, as in...
Acreage?
Acreage, yeah. Look up the Royal in Bowie, because that is by far one of the most exclusive, like, in this area. You know what I mean? And that's what really gets me, man. The fact that, like, we're not criminals, man. We're not violent people. We don't have criminal records. We have jobs. We're upstanding sort of citizens. But there's no way in hell we'd ever be allowed on a golf course, man.
It's almost like it's crown land, you could say.
Dude, how is that fair? In today's day and age, it's like the club that no one would ever be allowed to join.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a golf course.
It's a divide, man, between the fucking
classes. It's another thing to have a social club that, you don't allow outsiders of, whether you have to be a union member, whether you have to be a whatever. Like, you know what I mean? And you literally have beers once a month down at, like, some closed off thing.
Yeah.
Or the Masons, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a society. Like, it's a fraternal society. But golf courses are physical entities. Like, they're massive bits of land.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine, like, how would you explain to your son that, like, it's one thing, like, we can't get into a such and such church because we're something else. Like, yeah, all right, I understand that, red versus blue.
Son, we're scumbags, that's why we can't go in there.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a father? Imagine...
Daddy doesn't make enough money.
Dude, imagine you driving along...
Daddy's poor.
Imagine a guy... Honestly, I thought about it. Imagine you driving along near Bowie, passing the Royal, and your little girl says, "Oh, Dad, what's that?" It's like, "Oh, it's a golf course, blah, blah, blah. Can we go?" And it's like, "Yeah, no, we can't." Why not?
Because we literally aren't good enough, baby. We are just not good enough.
How do you explain that to a kid?
So, I can't find the acreage, but... Here's something even better. Ricky Ponting
starts off with Ricky Ponting. Interesting.
Reportedly denied membership at Royal Melbourne Golf Club. Denied.
That's because he's not a Mason. Too bad, Ricky.
Ponting, one of Australia's best cricketers.
Captain Ashes Victories had been in the process of becoming a full-time member when 8 people filed objections. One of those claimed Ponting was a man of ill integrity because he did not remember the man's name while at the driving range.
Oh my God.
Needless to say, Ricky Ponting is fuming about being punted.
It's even worse than we suspected, dude. Like, this guy's getting pissed off.
If Ricky Ponting can't get in, the Australian former national test captain...
Because he didn't know fucking...
What three scumbags like us? Because he didn't remember one of the guys' names. Are you kidding me? Hey, Walt, my name's like Walt. Well, I don't give a fuck what your name is. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's either Alfred, Walt, fucking Leslie, Greg, Graham, yeah.
William.
Yeah, be one of those fucking names. And because he didn't remember, they all objected to it. Because it's all a boys' club, but obviously it's like a mass fucking cult in there.
But and that's when I think about Falling Down.
The golf cult.
Do you remember Falling Down with Michael Douglas?
Best movie ever.
Yeah, like insane. You know, at the end when he's like walking through the course, he cuts his hand on the barbed wire and he's losing it at that old cunt. Yeah. And he's like, "What are you doing walking?" He doesn't work here. Where's his uniform? He's like, "You get off my thing." He's like, he takes a driver at him and he loses it, pulls out the shotgun. Yeah. He's like, "You nearly killed him with your stupid ball. He goes, you should have families here. You should have kids playing. Like, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like,
that's a great scene and a great example.
I feel like walking in there...
Because that movie was just about him, like, just being fed up with the system and everything in it. Like,
that's me in 20 years, if I make it.
Being stuck in traffic, just fuck this shit, like, I'm over it. Yeah, good call, man. I like that.
It just flips.
Now, you know the turning point when he's in the McDonald's and he asks for, like, the breakfast meal?
It's all like...
She says no and you just see him slowly just start to get tipped off. And it just declines from there. I love that movie, man.
Yeah, man.
Sick movie.
That movie's the best. I watch it every day. Like, it's sick.
And he's got that... It's a crew cut, right? Like the real...
Yeah, real square, like, straight peg, man.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That whole movie's great. Like, you know, he loses it in the Korean grocery store?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just goes nuts. And he's like, my government pays your government.
Starts bashing shit with a baseball bat, right? Doesn't he?
Yeah, because everything's too expensive.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
He goes to buy the can of Coke and she's like $2 and he's like, what?
He says like 50 cents. He's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know... And he finally gives him like a 10 cents. And then when the Korean...
It's going to be one of us. That's going to be you or me. Something like that is going to put us over the edge.
Highway robbery.
Falling down all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often, though. Like, at the point where we're in now, Like, think about it.
I think it does though, man. Like
but-
dads always committing suicide, killing their family members, killing themselves, blah blah blah.
What are suicide rates now, like in Victoria? Falling down.
It's the picture, man.
Yeah, man, he's a
Wait, I didn't
lunatic.
see it probably. Oh yeah, he's going crazy. Look at him with the Uzi. What a psycho.
Yeah, you feel bad for him, man. The entire movie, you just feel bad.
I feel
Seriously.
bad for him, but I'm like, yeah, I see his
Now, you
point.
want to know the world suicide rate or the Australia suicide rate?
Australia. Because you'd think at this point in time, man, with so much shit not making sense, you'd think there'd be like more dudes like falling down, like literally just losing their bananas.
I think they do, but they like
Give me
either
the
turn to drugs
2016
or fucking
stats.
become a
Yeah.
hobo or.
So, new mortality data released by the Australian Bureau of Statistics on Wednesday
Up to date, live stats.
shows the overall suicide rate has increased significantly from 10.9 deaths by suicide per 100,000 to 12, and now it's the highest it's been to 16. But
Per 100,000.
Yeah.
And
but we're talking like
and there's 26 million in Australia. So what's that, man?
A lot of people.
So, yeah,
a lot of
that's
people,
a lot of people, man, jumping off bridges. Like that's fucked.
between and it's saying highest Australian suicide rate in 13 years driven by men aged between 40 to 44.
Yeah, exactly. That demographic, the dudes that are literally just working to no end.
The falling down demographic, I call it.
Yeah, man, it's fucking sad, and that's
Yeah.
what pisses me off about this country, man. Like the fact that we live so much better than so many other countries in the world. Like we're not third world. We don't have political turmoil. We don't worry about a bomb being dropped on us. Like,
Yeah,
I
it just shows, man, that there's different kinds of worries like
yeah,
that. You know,
but these dudes are just offing themselves because of every day, man. And I get that fucking country club, and it just pisses me off. Like, how are you going to explain to your 5-year-old that we're not allowed in there because we're just not good enough?
Why don't we go to Huntingdale and try and get a membership?
The public courses aren't that hard to get memberships.
Yeah,
out,
but look
man.
at us.
No, public courses aren't that bad.
We rock up with like a baseball bat. This is a golfing range.
But they're public courses.
Yeah, I play with the bat.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they're public courses. But there's also, like, tennis clubs, like, all types of shit.
You know
that
what we
can
should
never get
do?
membership
I'll get you
I'll
into any
rock
tennis
up.
club in Melbourne. So don't you worry.
We'll test this theory,
Mr.
right?
Wright, welcome back.
We'll test this theory. I'll rock up like this.
a second to sink in. Mr. Wright, welcome back, sir.
It's been a while.
Do you want your regular?
Here's your sherry.
Graham, sort Mr. Wright out with some attire.
Sort out these friends with a couple of rackets, will you?
Johnny Good.
Just unaccompany account then, Johnny. They call him Robert from Bobby. This is Robert.
Oh, Robert.
Welcome back. Robert,
Do you know Robert? Blast of a bloke.
Blast of a bloke.
I believe they're having 11 o'clock tea time. You'll miss the brunch.
Send me some sandwiches, will you, Wilfred? Send me these little egg sandwiches.
Oh,
The
shit.
egg ones are my favourite. Keep those, will you?
Do you know what the
Extra eggy.
You know what the funny thing is, though? Dude, there's a Greek comedian. He's from, I think he's originally from Canada and he lives in LA
Oh,
now.
the big fat dude.
There's a couple of big fat dudes.
Yeah.
The one, you're thinking of,
Wait, a Greek comedian from...
I think he's from
Canada.
Canada originally and he lives in LA now.
He's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I saw him, I think his name's Tsarouchas, right? Angelo Tsarouchas.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he came down, I went and saw him last year. It was
look him up
during
for you.
the comedy festival. My mum bought me a ticket, went and saw
Shout out
him.
to Rikos.
And he was telling, you know what's funny? Because here's another, like, here's an exclusive club, which all these starchy old dudes on the golf course would never be a part of. And I'm just going to repeat his story. He was in LA or something. No, he was in, yeah, big time, huh?
He's just showed him that.
Yeah, he's fucked, man. He's the most angry, crude dude on the planet, man. Dude, he was telling a story. I think he was in LA or like he was overseas somewhere like Ireland or some shit. And he found like a Greek tavern, some Greek tavern. So he's gone in to order like the souvlaki or something, yeah. And as he's standing there, he said something to the guy that served him. He's like, oh, one suvo. The guy's like, all right, one suvo, meat platter coming up or whatever. And then he started saying something to him like in Greek.
It's got a store, yeah.
Like, he said something to him in Greek, about the shop or whatever. And the guy behind the counter's like, you're Greek? He's like, yeah. It's like, he goes, come with me, come in the back.
Don't eat this
He's
filth.
like, yeah, don't eat this shit. We've got a pot going in the back, like a red sauce, like casserole.
The proper stuff in the bag.
The way he said it was like "Έχουμε κατσαρόλα," which means we've got a pot. Like we've got a pot going in the back. Forget this shit. Like, and he got taken into the kitchen and like they literally just set out a spread. Like if you went to my mum's house or
The
something.
authentic spread.
Yeah. I thought, you know what? That's a club that these starchy dudes would never actually be a part of.
Because they'll look at him and be like, and in Greek they're like, "Wasn't the skata?"
Yeah,
Give him
yeah,
the shit.
Yeah,
Give
dude,
this shit.
I wouldn't even worry about those, man. Fuck those guys.
I'll have 2 Dolmadas, please.
Dolmadas and a gyro.
And just a small tub of the, is it the Greek olives? and the Greek person behind the counter, like, the fuck is this guy talking about? Like, just give him the shit. Fuck it.
Pretty much, man.
Yeah. You can't be part of our goddamn club.
Is that a tomatoes? Rice in a soft little pouch? That sounds delicious.
And what's that spread you have? Is it taramus? Taramus?
I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know how to take it.
Garlic sauce? You mean tzatziki?
Dude, fuck,
Tzatziki.
Jim, fuck those guys, man. I hate them. I hate those guys.
Puffs, man.
They're starchy. They've had nothing in common with us. They're
You know what? And
fuckheads,
we'll
they're
never
losers.
be like that.
Dude,
because that's not us.
I don't wanna be like that.
If you get to somewhere, whether because you fell into money or you worked hard or whatever, and you want to buy like greater things, and by all means, you're free to do whatever you
Absolutely.
want. It's just privilege. It's just the entitlement and the sense of privilege that pisses me off.
Yeah.
That's what pisses me off, man.
That's the whole world, though,
And
man.
the fact that they built a golf course literally is like 6 suburbs long, which
is probably Crown
only
Land.
for them.
It's probably Crown Land.
it's literally
Royal Melbourne.
Literally,
Seriously.
Yeah, they probably use Crown
it's
Land.
literally. How many members do you reckon the Royal Golf Course has,
Well,
man?
I can tell you that.
Like, think about it.
It says it fits 15,000 spectators all up.
Fuck.
As in for
for
tournaments
events.
and stuff.
Yeah. But like members,
Good shot.
Yeah,
Really lovely.
bravo. The athleticism off that cup. No, it's just so stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't. That's what really gets me, man. Like, how do you justify that today? You can't, man. It's just
It's a way to separate the classes, my friend.
yeah. You'll never separate classes as long as shit like that still exists. Mm-hmm. Like literally.
That's exactly right. That's just like entry level
They're very hush-hush.
class separation.
What do you mean?
As in to what kind of information they give out. Like,
It's basically the whole Freemason membership is
Yeah.
that
It comes
membership.
like a starter
Yeah, it
pack for
comes
the
with it.
Masons.
Ah.
Comes with the Royal Golf Course application.
A warm hand towel
Yeah. 2 mints.
and a douchebag.
A brass clip money holder. Like, it's just a money clip.
With the eye on the front of it. Yeah, bad.
It's like, so Donald, you've joined our club. Here's your complimentary money clip. Just,
and here's $1,000 to get you on your way.
I hope
All
to
in
see you-
$100 notes, you know. Like,
your son gets a scholarship to St. Kevin's, like, just off
yeah.
the bat. Yeah.
And he's just
and
a
what,
dumbass.
and what are my fees, Walter? Oh, it's on the house.
So they will figure it out, don't worry.
But there is a little favour that I'm going to ask you.
Yes, that's it. And it all comes
Yeah,
with papers, man.
But there is this little something.
One thing that we need to ask of you.
It's nothing major, but just...
That $3.5 billion
I just need you to sign off on his property deal.
that political prisoner we have over in the Cayman Islands. He needs to seek refuge for a few weeks.
Do you reckon we can bring him here? I'll make it worth your while.
Seriously, man.
We're joking. It's so true.
That's true.
So true. Cunt.
I don't know, man. Can we feel like, I don't want to feel spiteful or whatever. It's not that.
I am.
I feel better than them, man. They're not as cool as me. Fuck them.
Yeah.
They are nowhere near as cool as Johnny Boy.
Why's that?
Fuck those jokers, man.
So I'm just a mad dog.
Fuck those jokers, they say.
So I'm not wiggling my ass hitting a ball all day like a retard.
You know what? Golf? I've actually gone to that Aces or whatever and just hit some balls at the golfing range because it's awesome.
That's fun, man.
Yeah, but to sit there and think you're better...
That's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
Dude, the sport of golf is hard, right? It's
Dude.
hard to hit that little ball
And also mentally...
kilometres distance in
Probably
3 strokes under.
Tiger would snap and slam the 100 women.
It's probably the hardest sport I've ever played. It really is.
I've never...
Technical wise, like to hit that ball precisely
Yeah.
every time is fucking impossible.
It's a hard sport, but
You've got to judge the wind, you've got to judge this, you've got to judge that.
it's just the elitist
attitude
behind it and the culture behind it. That's what pisses me off, man. I mean, that's why like it was such a big thing when Could you imagine Tiger Woods, man,
Dude.
coming through the ranks?
Remember how you were talking about like old stodgy guys like looking down their nose at you and shit, like over their glasses? Every time I drive through my fucking estate, they just stare at me.
Oh, dude, that's standard.
Yeah, because...
Like literally, like not like just stare, but like follow me the whole way with their heads. Like,
Yeah, they think you're going to do something wrong, like a criminal act or something.
They think you're sus.
and you know what? The only people in my area that don't. Okay, so in my area, like everyone parks on the street.
Yeah.
So as you're driving down, you have to give way. You have to pull over and give way to the other cars.
Whoever's coming, yeah.
It's coming
Sorry for you.
Like all the time, you have to do it. And like the ones that don't acknowledge you or say thank you or ever let you go are like the soccer mums in the fucking BMWs, the older soccer mums.
Standard, man.
Dude, their fucking noses are in the air and they're just, it's my right, I'm going, fuck you. And it fucking pisses me off. Like, there's no consideration for anybody else. Fucking, I hate it
We're
so
setting
much.
up a wedding on Sunday, and we're doing it in Caulfield North. Like, big houses, and it was a home wedding. And her neighbour just jumped in to say her congratulations and whatever. And she comes to me at the van. It's fucking like 40 degrees. And I'm loading this stage into the van. And she looks at me and she's like, because she saw my tats and everything. I was sweating. I looked like a cream man. I had the beard. And she looked at me and she goes, I left my car unlocked, but there's not much crime around here. She's, you know what I mean? Like, looking straight at me.
She said that?
Yeah.
Who the fuck would say that?
And I looked at her and I go, I actually looked at her and I said, is that your car, is it? And she goes, yeah, it's a Honda, but they only steal Mercedes around here. Look, what am I, part of fucking Apex? What's going on here?
She actually said that to you?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Like, seeing the bitches the stuck-up people in my area, it doesn't surprise me one little bit.
If I would have said something like, I'm not going to get done for that again, don't worry.
You know what? If I didn't have my work at the van and work up there, I would have headbutted her 3 suburbs down.
Yeah.
Who the fuck would say that to someone on the street?
That's that mentality, dude.
Dude, I was doing my job. I was working. It's not like I was just walking past and it looked sus.
That's disgusting.
But that's the attitude these people have.
They're the wives of the golfers in the golf club.
Wags.
Yeah, man.
They're the ones that are sucking off bellboys and fucking the gardeners.
Yeah. Fucking oath.
Yeah, they're the ones, Their husbands are out being CEOs, and they're the ones that are acting like do-gooders, but when Jorge comes to cut the grass...
Clean the pool. Jorge comes to clean the pool.
Yeah.
Jorge, he's still Hispanic. Like,
Has to
we're
be,
in
has to be.
Australia.
Has to be, man.
He's Hispanic. Yeah.
or Jeff from Jim's Mowing. You know, he comes around. Yeah, he's not cutting just the grass, you know what I mean?
That's what got me, man. I caught an Uber the other day to go to the Mundine Green fight. I Ubered it. I said, fuck it, I'm going to be there for 5 hours. I'm going to have a few beers. Like,
It's
fuck
not
it.
late, man.
Oh, that fight was fucked. Yeah, they finished just after midnight, man. Did you watch any of it? Did you see?
Yeah,
I live-streamed it. You live-streamed it. Did you see
illegal.
it?
Oh, you know that guy that got done on Foxtel? He got done for it. As in, Foxtel called him and said, stop live streaming it. He's like, I can do what I want. I paid for it. Right? And 150,000 people got onto his stream.
Jeez.
So I was sitting there watching it. And, it was just ridiculous.
Did you see the fight?
I watched the highlights, the highlight package.
There wasn't any highlights.
There were no highlights. But, dude,
I saw the first
Green
round.
should not have won.
I saw the cheeky little jab from Mundine in the first round.
Did you see Mundine's explanation for that? He said that he did, like, the ref wasn't even telling him stop, go, like, nothing. Like, he was just rambling.
Today the
like,
news
nonsense.
came out and that people were saying that, like, actual officials saying the ref shouldn't have been reffing that. He had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. He said, Mundine's defense was exactly... Do you remember when Mayweather punched out, was it Ortez or someone, or Cotto? This was years ago. Like, the guy was fighting, if you look it up, the guy was fighting, headbutted Mayweather, and Mayweather, like, cracked it, and then the refs deducted a point. Then this guy's gone back up to Mayweather and, like, trying to hug him and, like, even tried to kiss him, and Mayweather's, like, shrugged him off, like, fuck off, you know what I mean? And then, like, the ref's gone, like, you know... Like, the ref hasn't said anything, like, go ahead, you know, go. And
Carry on.
Yeah, and the other guy had his guard down. Mayweather just looked at him, snapped him twice in the face, knocked him out. Like, had his gloves down, and everyone's like, oh, what the fuck? And Mayweather's defense was, you're in the ring, protect yourself at all time. Ref hadn't waved me away. Ref hadn't said anything. He was just standing there.
Every right.
You're free. And that's basically what Mundine was saying as well. It's like the ref was just fucking babbling nonsense. He didn't say, you know, go to my corner. He didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I just got, you know, shoved a little
And
bit.
regardless of that event, though, Mundine should have won that fight.
Yeah, and then they were
Oh,
saying,
you reckon Mundine should have won?
dude, the last
all over him.
6 rounds,
All over him.
literally, if you give Green the first 4, the last 6, Mundine was just going forward. All Green was doing was basically lunging in with a couple sloppy sort of jabs and then just covering up and clinching.
Yeah.
Or Mundine would throw a flurry, Green would try to counter, and it'd just be sloppy counter hits and then just falling on him.
Like,
and
I don't
clinching
care
up.
for either one of them.
Yeah.
But, like, looking at it as from a spectator and a fan, Mundine should have won that fight. And the judge came out and said I made a mistake.
In other words, the third judge, the one that had judged it like a total, you know, one-sided affair, because the first 2 judges called it really evenly.
It was 94-94.
The one round...
96-94. And then the third judge, 98-90. Like, where did you get 98-90 from?
And then the third judge, like literally like round 7 or something, gave it to Green all the way. And it's like, man, Mundine clearly won that round.
Easily.
And if you didn't give him that, like if you reversed it, it would have been a draw, an unanimous draw.
Yeah.
Like literally straight down the line.
Yeah, far out.
But yeah, I reckon it's because they felt that he'd been robbed the first time they fought 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And then just gave it back to him.
But I've got to say,
And it doesn't-
Australian
doesn't
boxing is a fucking embarrassment, man.
Oh, it's a joke.
It's a joke. And hopefully this kid that's fighting Pacquiao now will bring it back up, man. Jeff Horn, he's a proper fighter. And hopefully he puts on a show. Even if he doesn't win, put on a show. Because Australian boxing is fucking nowhere, man. It is nowhere. Like, I was watching it going, what is this rabble? We have better fights on Fight Night, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Do you know what I mean?
undercards are pretty shocking as well, man.
Dude, that rugby player, ex-rugby player that fought that fat kid.
Yeah, that was-
Like,
that was-
come on, man.
Why?
And then he knocked him out and tried to catch him because he felt sorry for him.
Yeah.
Dude, like, really? Like, you're gonna put... I'll show you the picture and you're
Yeah.
gonna be like, what kind of mismatch is this, alright? I'll show you a picture
You
of
didn't see it?
Nah.
Dude,
Dude, this is...
it was a joke.
What is his name? Wade Cooper.
Yeah.
Wade Cooper versus... What was his name?
I can't remember, man. It's weird, man. Like the whole point, like I was trying to say, was when I caught the Uber, I got in a car and there was an Afghani dude. I started chatting to him, and he said he was a Zari, like from Afghanistan. He'd been here like 5 years, all on his own, like working. You know what I mean? Like all his family's back there. I go, why'd you come? He goes, it's unsafe for me to be there. I go, why? Like politically or what? He goes, yeah. He goes,
Is that a joke? Or is that a joke?
I actually saw that photo, and I didn't even realise that kid was a boxer. Like, I thought it was like his son or something.
dude, he's had 3 fights, 3 losses.
Looks like his fat son that he's given his too much ice cream.
Yeah.
Dude,
Literally.
Wade Cooper was an Australian international rugby player.
Yeah.
Look at the size of him.
So I'm guessing
Look at his like
the rip guy won, right?
Yeah, yeah.
he tried to catch him on the way down.
Yeah. But they actually, that was an undercard fight, dude.
Action shot of the fatty and he dropped. That's mad.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a disgrace. It's a fucking
I was just saying to this Uber dude, like, why'd you come and all that sort of shit. And he's like, man, if I stayed over there, I probably would have died.
I just saw the laptop light off. Is that alright?
Yeah, no, it's just because his phone's plugged in. It's just sensing it.
Just you just started loading.
Yeah. But he said if I stayed there, I would have died. I'm like, why? His religious and political alignments are different to whoever's in power, and that's enough of a reason, like, to think that you're going to die. Like, literally.
That's insanity, dude.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm just still showing
Keep showing me sneaky pictures of the fact
Yeah,
he's getting
it's
back.
disgusting,
That's
dude.
hilarious.
It's absolutely disgusting.
Looks like one of our old mates we used to tease, like back in the gully, like literally.
old mates we used to tease.
Yeah. But yeah, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, can you imagine, like, living in that sort of shit to the point, and he goes, man, he's working as an Uber driver here. Over there, he had, like, engineering degrees, which aren't recognised by, like, Australian educational standards and stuff, for whatever reason, right? So he's just working, like, 2-3 different jobs to send money back to his family, trying to set up life here. Like, 5 years on by himself, man. And I'm thinking, fuck, man, this poor guy, and he thinks he's doing better. Like, he thinks he's doing well here.
Yeah. It's
And
just,
then-
just perspective, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane. And like talking to that Armenian dude today, you know what I mean? Army 20 years in Turkey as an Armenian.
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking tough. Like, those are the old schoolers are hard as nails, man. Like, they're not scared of nothing. Nothing. But, yeah, seeing the way he lives and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
man.
it's- yeah.
Just going back to that Lebanese kid or whatever you said was an Uber driver.
Afghani.
Afghani kid. Like, how long are they going to hold on to all that religious fucking bullshit, man? Like,
What do you mean?
like they war, they kill each other over religion and shit, right? Like,
Don't we do that here?
me, like that
Yeah.
to that extreme.
Fuck
though,
off.
like-
Fuck off, we're full.
Yeah, but I mean, like his
Cronulla
circumstance,
riots.
he had to leave in fear of his life, right?
Yeah.
Over just like religious bullshit.
Yeah, okay, it's religious bullshit to you, but to other people it's well, do you know what that argument's like?
But, like, they're killing over
Dude,
it. Like,
do you know what
fucking
that
get over
argument's
it.
like, man? Right? All the women are out there saying, all the white, all
They
the
gotta
whites,
get with the
right?
times, I feel.
All the waspy dudes, right, are saying all the Afghani and Pakistani women and, like, in the hijabs and niqabs and stuff, like all the attire, like the Muslim attire, they're all so oppressed and it's against their will. Dude, a hijab looks exactly like a nun's fucking, what's it called? What's a nun's outfit called? I keep forgetting.
The fit out.
No, like,
the whole hat and everything.
Yeah, it's got a name. I keep forgetting the fucking name when I need to remember it.
I'll get on it.
Like what a nun wears.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is that any different to what a Muslim woman would wear?
Yeah, not that much
A
different.
habit. It's called a habit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called a habit.
A habit, yeah.
It looks exactly the same.
Habit consists of...
Everything's concealed except for a face.
Covered. Yeah. Yeah.
How come you're not sitting there saying that all the nuns are oppressed?
The only difference I'm thinking is like around the face is a bit more floppy, the Afghan one.
floppy.
Like around the face, like it's not like tight fitting like that.
Oh, yeah, no, okay. Well, it depends. It depends where you are, dude. Like, if you go to Dandy during the middle of the day, you'll see all types of Muslim garb. Yeah, like full burqas, full whatever, and then you got the hijabs, and it's different. Depending, depending how serious you are, depending which religion you are, blah, blah. But it's that argument, dude. If you're going to say, like, all these waspy idiots are going to say that all these Muslim women are oppressed and they're just dying to get out. That's why Sex and the City 2 was cast as racist. Do you remember what happened with Sex and the City 2? Dude, look up.
Oh, no, they went to like...
they were in the Middle East. They're in Look up Sex and the City 2 controversy.
Slutting it up in the Middle East, they were.
Islam. Yeah, they basically...
Taking their filth to the Middle East.
Dude. And they got the balls to say that, but they don't call nuns oppressed.
But are you comparing me to those waspy dudes that say that? Like, all I'm saying is like...
No, what I'm saying, it's that age-old argument.
Accused of being anti-Muslim.
Yeah.
And condescending towards...
Yeah, exactly. Because they're acting like everyone's...
Arab women.
Everyone's ignorant and oppressed. It's like, dude, that's your fucking lifestyle. That's your choice. You know what I mean? No one's going to tell a nun not to wear a habit. And then you got, like, Pauline Hanson, all them. Pauline Hanson has the balls to say that. They're all oppressed and la la la. It's like,
what does she know?
What do you fucking know?
Has she been there?
Dude.
But that's what I'm saying.
I've got a feeling she's going to be the next Prime Minister.
Oh, man, have you seen the support?
Dude, her and Donald together, like, I can just see
have you seen the support for Pauline Hanson?
I was thinking about it the
Can I
other
tell
day.
you what's going to happen? You know how everyone said they're going to move to Canada? Everyone's going to move to New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Zealand?
Or everyone's going to go to Canada.
Have you seen the support for Pauline Hanson right now?
Yeah, I was listening on the radio.
Through the roof.
Dude, I was listening on the radio. Like,
Through the roof, man.
Fuck Pauline, man.
I'm not even joking, man.
Dude,
like, did you see what the One Nation candidate said? This was about a week ago. Did you hear about it? Dude, David, do you want to start your name?
David, for a start. Start you already.
What do you reckon his surname is?
Oh.
Can I have a couple of...
Something wet and stale. Start
It'd
you.
either be like Lloyd or Smith.
No,
or
I'll
like
give you a hint.
Brown.
You'll get it right away if I give you a hint. Because I'll just tell you, like, as in the reference. What do you used to call Arthur from work?
Archibald.
David
Really?
Archibald.
That's fucking start you to the max.
Dude, you could just picture this guy, David Archibald, for the One Nation candidacy. You know what I mean? You can just see it.
We believe in the...
Dude, yeah, he's the Pilbara candidate, right? He's in the West Australian election. He stands by his comments he made in 2015 that branded single mothers lazy and responsible for a rapid rise in the portion of the population that is lazy and ugly.
And ugly.
In an article he wrote in 2015 for some journal...
What, is Archibald a good looker, is he?
Dude, he called for welfare for single mothers to cease, saying that they are too lazy to attract and hold a mate. That's what a One Nation candidate said 2 years ago.
All right, well, I'll be honest. I come from a single parent home.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
I don't agree with that guy.
Too lazy.
No, fuck no.
That's what he said. Too lazy to attract and hold a mate. Meanwhile, the party leader, Pauline Hanson, is a single mother herself.
Sorry they're not into young boys, Archibald.
So, wait, Pauline Hanson's a single mother. She married an immigrant and had kids with an immigrant.
Yeah.
When she was 16 or whatever, right?
Yeah, but she still did it.
Yeah.
Like, and she's
this
a single mother.
cunt, he's a candidate for One Nation in Western Australia.
Fuck Archibald.
And he has
fuck Hanson.
Meanwhile, you had that other candidate from One Nation, that Asian one, that was saying all gay people need help.
Yeah.
Like, we're staring at this, and no one's doing anything. Everyone's like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I think, yeah, it does matter, because all of a sudden, Pauline's still fucking here.
All of a sudden, we're living in fucking Germany Nazi fucking 2.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much.
No shit.
Pretty much that's what's happening. And around Australia. Like, it's... and Wool and Gabba, where the fuck she lives.
Well, you know how Australia always follows suit with America? Like,
Absolutely.
The policies and shit.
Man.
Yeah.
Like, man, Donald, Pauline's the perfect candidate.
Dude, Turnbull
Like,
will
seriously.
be licking Trump's ass now.
Turnbull's fucked.
Absolutely licking
They're
his
all
ass,
fucked.
mate, because... Exactly. Well, we're the little brother. We
that's the
are
thing,
America's
mate.
little brother.
What happens...
Little brother.
What happens in 10, 15 years, 20 years? Can you imagine how far... Like, imagine the nuttiness that's happened in the last 12 months. Imagine, like, 10 years from now, man. If they get through...
Moving
and
it,
just
yeah,
keep going...
yeah.
They just keep going with it. What's it going to be like to live in Australia?
No, I'm moving to Scandinavia.
I'm being dead set honest, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
like,
scary,
dude.
man. That is fucking scary. When you look and see what's happening with Trump, and he's going all out, right? Have you seen all the shit that he's done in the last week, since the last podcast?
Well, give us a racist state in the States. Like Texas. Is Texas like a redneck state?
Texas, Alabama, Arkansas.
So Australia will just become one big racist state.
Yeah.
As in a country, an island. We're an island. So it'll just become one racist island with just whites.
Queensland will just grow and spread.
Absolutely. Like crabs.
Have you seen that guy?
Wollongabba just grows.
Have you seen the guy in the States? The video's going viral. Pitsky's cousin sent it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah? We'll play a bit of it. This is on. It's just a facey rip. I didn't actually get to look for a proper thing of it. But it's insane, man. Hang on. Hang on, look at this. I'll see if it's still up. I meant to find a proper version of it because I got no idea who it is.
I seriously can't wait to eat. I'm so hungry.
What?
I'm just talking to Trollman about my food needs.
What do you want to eat?
Maybe a bacon deluxe.
You and that fucking bacon deluxe. Mix it up a bit.
It's my go-to when I'm really starving.
I know. But
What did you eat?
You know what you should get?
I did. I'm hungry.
You know what you should
again.
get? A red rooster roll, man.
Oh,
Dude,
strip
look at
sub?
this.
I haven't had one of those in ages. I always get extra sauce, dude.
All around the world, wherever you look, if you see conflict, people diligently slitting each other's throats, whether it's in the Middle East, whether it's in Africa, it's because of diversity. People who are different from each other trying
Don't you
to
hate
share
those
the
statutory
same
hand signals as well?
territories. And look here in the United States.
Diversity of
We have
religions,
had the
religions,
civil rights
religions,
movement
each other's
50 years ago, and blacks are still rioting. When Mexicans and other immigrants come to this country, they create enclaves. They don't get along with blacks either. There's always this tension of, do we have enough representation? Do we have enough? You don't agree? All of the major conflicts in the United States are really based on diversity. Diversity of ethnicity, of language, of religion, but primarily of race.
So, what would you like to see? Would you like to see a white country?
I think most whites very clearly prefer to live in a majority white neighborhood. And I know that's the case because I see what they do when the neighborhood becomes majority non-white. They move away. They would never admit that they prefer a white society because they've been browbeaten into thinking that it's wrong to say that. But that's the way they feel in their bones, and I know that because I see what they do.
So what would you want to do? So you want to live in a white-only country?
Not necessarily white only, but a country that is clearly based on a European model in which whites will basically remain the overwhelming majority in perpetuity.
Okay, how do you achieve that?
Well, that's an excellent question. We were about to do that. Up until 1965, we did have a country of that kind. I can tell you how to lose that country. You lose that country, of course, by abolishing the kind of immigration policy that was maintaining a white United States and letting in people from all over the world. You lose that when you browbeat and hypnotize Americans thinking that
that guy's like white starch, isn't he? To the max.
You lose that
KKK.
when you have them chanting, white Americans chanting that it'll be great to be a minority.
But that changed in 1965. I do agree that Immigration Act was one of the most important.
Maybe the most important law in the history of the United States.
I think we can agree on that.
Yes.
Now, and that has changed the country.
Right.
Now,
I want to change it back.
How?
Well, Donald Trump has got some first good steps in mind. He wants
why
to
is it wrong?
No more illegal immigrants.
This guy's insane.
He's disgusting.
He wants to make sure that all illegal immigrants go back. He wants to end birthright citizenship. He wants to put at least a temporary ban on Muslim immigration. Those are all excellent first steps. In any case, as I say, the economic arguments to me are far less important than what happens to the United States as a cultural entity. I am loyal to my people. My people are of European origin.
Like a TV program or something.
I want my descendants and their descendants to be able to enjoy a European culture in a nation
it's not even like trying to hide your racism.
Did you just say special holidays? Well, stop Thanksgiving then. Stop all that kind of shit.
That's what
happens with Asians? What happens with African Americans? What happens with Latinos? What happens with Native Americans?
What happens to my
You presented me with a very limited view of the United States.
That is the view that the Japanese have for Japan, Mexicans have for Mexico, Indians have for India. No other country except
that is infuriating.
So who is he? Sorry, I missed that.
I actually have no idea.
What program's that on? What does it say?
I don't know. It's literally just a link. It's a link off Facebook.
Because I thought he was like affiliated with like government or something. I was like,
I have no idea, man. I just literally got the link sent to me.
On the what we were just watching on the side of the TV had like a symbol. Is that?
I did it?
Yeah.
Hang on a second, man. I actually don't know. Wait, I'll look it up now.
That's fucking infuriating,
Dude,
man.
how much do you want to just beat this guy into a pub?
no, why?
But why?
I told you, I want to take his eyes out with an ice cream
Dude,
scoop.
it's ridiculous, man.
That is fucked.
It's scary. But this dude, hang on, he's talking about, oh, here you go. His name's here. Jared Taylor. Jared is in Jared, Taylor. I never actually saw it. Hang on. And it says, he's written a book called...
Oh, he's an American white nationalist.
Yeah, he's an editor for the American Renaissance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking to George
There you go.
Ramos.
I've got the actual video here. So
it's full legit.
if you look up his name, you'll come up with the video. You can watch it in your own time.
Yeah, I'll find the link, like a proper link or something. We'll put it up through the page.
He's got a book called White Identity.
Yeah, but why? Dude, those cunts still mill around. You know what was funny? When after I rode off from that Armenian dude, yeah, like I shook his hand and rode off. Literally the next corner, as I was pulling up to the lights, there was a HQ ute just pulled up, and literally Reg was driving it, man. He just had like the glasses on, just staring straight ahead. Just didn't even acknowledge the fact that I was like trying to like get around him.
Do you know? I'm on his Twitter feed. And he goes, that Jared Taylor fag.
Yeah.
He wrote, at Facebook, just deleted my account. So Facebook deleted his account with about 4,000 contacts. They sent me no notice or justification, nor is there any appeal. Well, suck on that, dick face.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry, that's fucking infuriating.
When I was watching that, I get sad because, like, even though there's like a lot of racism today, like, there's still also a lot of unity. Like,
yeah,
you know, like at our work, man. Like,
we use the work as
state like.
Everyone's different,
but we all get along like family, man, and it's great.
Yeah, because we're both thrown in the same situation, and
I
we
love
survive.
it. Like, I love having friends from different countries,
and that's.
But watching that guy, man, he's gonna fucking undo all that shit.
And that's the thing. That's what I said to the Uber
like taking
dude.
it back to the start again.
That Afghani dude. That's what I said to him, right? Because he was Azari, whatever, and I said, I understand, like, over there you got, like, the Sunnis losing it, and the Shiites losing it, and, like, all the just staples of Islam, right? I go, but you know what the funny part is you come here, and now you're just Afghani. And you'll learn to get along, because you're the only ones out here.
Yeah.
And it's like work. We're in that situation, and we all band together to help each other out. That's it. Like, we're all in the same shit, we're on the same level, and we just do what we have to do to get through. Yeah. And he laughed, he's like, yes, you are right. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm right. He goes, yeah, you're right. Because you're 100% right. Over there, like, they're tearing each other's eyes out. And it's like anywhere. But as soon as you take them out of that and put them in a new environment where they have to survive, people band together. Doesn't matter where you are. It's like Survivor. You know what I mean?
But even like there's some people at work that I've gotten really close with, like whether they be Asian or Arab or whatever. Like, and if they hadn't been working at my work and I just saw them out on the street somewhere, there's no way at all I'd think that I'd have anything in common with them, right? Like, that's just
where you've come from, yeah.
Like, I feel like, not in a racist way, but I just feel like I wouldn't want to, because I have nothing in common, like morals, everything. But we're all so similar.
Dude.
Like, we joke about the same shit. We laugh about the same shit.
You're talking to two guys that grew up in the most diverse suburb in Australia, dude.
Yeah.
And that's been voted. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. And, like, that's why I get on a train and talk to whoever's next to me. That's why, you know, it also came with travelling as well, man. I remember one of the coolest conversations I ever had. I was in Greece. This was the first stint that I did there, like, on my own. Middle of winter. I was staying with my cousin at the time. He's a sports teacher. And he was gone for the day, so
At Mitz.
Yeah, Mitzel. And I left his apartment and went to the local strip, you know, of the local town or whatever. And I used to basically take my laptop.
Zorbertown?
Oh my god, you redneck!
Zorbertown.
Zorba Lane, is
Go
that it?
down to Zorbertown.
Basically, like, I'd take my laptop, go to there was like a Gloria Jean's or like a Starbucks or something like there. There's a whole bunch of cafes with free Wi-Fi. This was 2009.
Do you mean Zorba Bucks?
Why are you such an ignorant idiot?
I'm not being ignorant, I'm making a joke.
That was, yeah. So that was like the start of 2010 when Wi-Fi was always like a rarity, like you'd always look for it.
Yeah.
Not like now where you can get it anywhere. So I'd plant my ass at this cafe, I'd order like a sandwich and just sit there and just chew up time and just chat or Skype or whatever. And one day it was raining, and it was cold, and there was only one other dude out there, and he was Bulgarian, I think, or Romanian, something like that. I took a photo of him. We sat there for like 2 hours just talking about whatever. He was married, and he was like trying to get back over the border for whatever reason, and then he was going to bring back his wife. This whole thing. He ended up giving me like some cracked software to like get Wi-Fi passwords. Like, do you know what I mean? We're just talking about whatever. And he's like, yeah, here, man, like, you're in the same situation as I am. Take this, you'll need it, you know? It was honestly one of the coolest things I'd ever said to anyone. You know what I mean?
In the middle of winter.
I always think about this. Like, that's just, for me, that's basic human nature. Like, I don't look at them as different, or like, race. We just get along, race.
Yeah.
So, why have these people why are these people like just causing all this fucking diversity? Like,
fear factor, man. Why did Sonia Kruger come out and say, I'm scared for my children, we need to stop Muslim immigration? Like, what are you talking about?
Because she's dumb.
Yeah, but she's still on TV.
Because the media's run by white supremacists.
She's still on TV, man.
just insane, man.
Can you, could you imagine that? Can you imagine if we made those statements?
Forget it.
We'd be dead.
Dude.
We'd be in jail. But these people, like, it's still on TV. It's just getting hushed over, and no one gives a shit. They just keep mulching it over, man. You know what I mean? I watched, man, on the way, when I got back from... No, this morning after I made breakfast, I was watching Channel 2, like, the news or whatever. Then I flicked it over to Channel 10 or 11. I was seeing if it was too early for, like, Becca and Fraser and stuff to start. And that Studio 10 was still on with, like, Ida Buttrose and that other fucking blonde hawk. Like, they're all wankers. Dude, they were... do you know what they were prattling on about? Actually, this is what I was going to say to you. They were prattling on... Do you remember how... this was an episode when Nick was overseas... How they were, Indonesia was talking about the banning the sale of alcohol.
Yeah.
And then all the Aussies were like, oh, you can't ban it. There's
How
nothing
dare
wrong.
they take
there's
away
nothing,
our
there's nothing wrong with unwinding with some alcohol. It's like, dude, you're in a Muslim country. Like, that's their right. You know what I mean? Do you know what they were prattling on about this time? Vanuatu, they want to ban the sale of chocolate and sugar and stuff. From, like, just mini bars and in excess, like everywhere. They want to ban it because of the state of, like, you know, teeth and obesity or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're prattling on about there's nothing wrong with indulging in some chocolate when you're on holidays. It's like, so don't go there. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're going to tell me Australian citizens are going to throw their voice in whether a nation, like, you know, a couple thousand k's away is going to what they're going to do with the sale. Like, it was okay for us to make our chocolate bars smaller and then just charge the same amount for less, but it's unfair for people in Vanuatu to ban the sale of this sort of shit in their tourist traps or hotels because there's nothing wrong with Australians indulging in some chocolate on holidays. That's what you want.
Take a chocolate bar with you idiot.
Yeah, and it was the same thing, and they started making jokes of it, like, oh, are they going to have contraband? Could you take Maltesers in? Well, it's like, what are you making a joke for? Like that someone's taking the piss. They can do if they want to ban, dude. If they want to ban fucking Coke, then they can ban Coke.
They can do whatever they want.
Like, you know what I mean?
Just like we're banning Muslims.
Yeah, it's okay for us to limit the portion sizes of chocolate, but it's not okay for someone else to outright ban it. How ridiculous is it?
It's like
you got to take Australians into consideration.
Yeah. It's that kind of ignorance, man.
I can't have my goddamn Chiquito. Are you serious?
I want to be able to buy a Chiquito when I'm overseas. This is an outrage.
Dude, it's literally all of that, man, and just it's starting to piss me off because they're clamping down on all types of shit, like with OH&S that makes like no sense, like everything's over police and all that. Actually, you know what, man? I forgot to say this to you. This happened like a month or something ago. I was talking to my mum one day, and she said she got booked. Like, I don't know if you know it, man. My mum does like aged care and things like that. Like pensioners like need disabilities or whatever. Initially she was like a carer, and then like
goes and helps them out.
Yeah, she'll go cook them a meal, keep them company, take them to doctor's appointments, whatever. Yeah, dude, she got booked in Oakley,
which I can totally see your mum doing that because she's super nice, super cool.
She got booked in Oakley, dude. She was parked outside the bank, one of the banks, the WOG banks. The client, or whoever she was watching, had like some sort of, she was old, frail, like I don't know what's wrong with her.
Bank of Cyprus.
But she has like a walker thing, yeah?
Yeah.
And the bank is very far away from like the disabled spots and just the general parking. So she pulled up to the build, like, 'cause this woman can't walk. You know what I mean? Like she's frail. She just come out of surgery or something as well. So my mum pulled up outside the bank, hit the hazards, got out, helped the woman out of the car with like her walker and just put her like on the sidewalk and then got in her car and drove off. She got booked for illegally double parking. And she tried telling like the parking...
Wouldn't even want to hear about it.
Yeah. So I'm helping a disabled person. Like, what do you want me to do? I go, the nearest spots are like, you know, a good couple hundred metres away. This woman can't walk. And they didn't give a shit. They're like, nah.
That's the kind of situation where he should just help. And there shouldn't even be any talk of booking some lady for helping. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. What do they want? Like my mum to park like 100 k's away, then carry the woman back to the bank? And it's not like my mum is like 30 years old. Do you know what I mean? Like, my mum's heading like in middle age, and she got booked. I said, "What the fuck?" I go, "Couldn't you park in it?" She says, "It was too far." And ultimately, my mum said, "I've just told that client that I'm not going to be taking it to Oakley anymore because I can't. If you can't walk 50 metres from the car spots, then I'm sorry, but I can't. I physically can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep getting booked every time I take you."
Yeah, ridiculous.
How sad is that? So then what happens there?
That's common now.
What happens there, man? This woman can't get to the bank for whatever reason. How are her finances going to get sorted out? She can't speak English. Like, her English is very poor, and she's old. So you can imagine her, like, on the phone, like, "Welcome to NAB. Press 1 for..." Yeah, just smashing the button, the keypad. So then what happens?
Your phone call is important to us. What the fuck is she saying?
Even take it back a level, just to paying for parking, just like even just that.
Oh.
Like, why? You paint a line, you paint a fucking square line, and now you charge me to go in there.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Dude, parking isn't cheap.
It's fucking expensive.
Park at St Kilda, right, near Luna Park, it's literally like $7.80 for 1 hour, or a max of like $12 a day.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if you're going to stay for, how long would a dinner take? 2 hours?
A couple of hours. So you
2
might as well pay
hours?
the $12.
You got to pay $12 whether you're staying there or not. Like, that's it. Even if you want to go there just for an hour and a half.
It's like, remember that time I got the speeding ticket in Springvale?
Speeding ticket?
Speeding ticket.
Oh, when you got the Viet roll. Yeah. Did you pay that?
No, I haven't. Actually, now that you
They're still trying to
now
track
that I bring
you
it up,
down.
I realise I haven't paid
They're
it.
trying to track you down.
But like,
Listen to this.
That was like one of the first episodes.
yeah, that was early.
That was like
And
five
you know what?
6.
They're listening to this. We got him.
Yes.
Like, they're just on the side of the road. Like, why the fuck are you charging people? Why do I have to give you money just to stop my car here? Just that.
Because we don't pay enough for like road
But
tax.
then on top of that, yeah, for road, like, you take fucking $3,000 out of my, like, $400-500 out of my pay every week, and then like, make me pay to park. Oh, fucking, I don't know.
They make you pay to park your car, man.
The other day when I was paying, I had one of those, you know,
those moments,
warp
yeah.
of realities, and I'm just like, this is fucked up. Like, why
Yeah,
am I
I'm paying to park my car on the side of the road. It's not like you're in a building where it's secure and they've got, you know,
It's just
handmaidens.
the only difference is it has a little box there next to it.
Yeah.
That's
They
it.
put a box up, it's like, there, we're charging you.
Which would have cost so much to put it up.
How nuts is that, man?
It's insane. It's
like
insane.
The concept of it, like the theory,
The concept of it is insane.
the concept of paying for parking on the street. What? Why? Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People get booked for parking on their lawns now, depending where they are. Certain areas.
Yeah, I've told my mum, like, she parks it on the lawn. And I said, just careful, because
Yeah, they
some
get,
assholes
councils
come and book
crack
you.
it. Yeah.
But it's your lawn.
It's your lawn.
Well, technically, it's the council lawn.
Yeah, but you know what? You have to pay to maintain it.
That's right. You have to cut the grass.
Dude,
do
you
all
have
that.
to pay to maintain the lawn on your front property. Otherwise, the council will come. They'll come and say, mate, you better clean your lawn up.
So a
because
smart wog would concrete it and then park on it and be like, there's no lawn there.
you're not allowed to concrete. But that's what I'm saying. You're not allowed to concrete grass. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some wog would have done it, though.
Oh, no, somewhere. Yeah. Just ripped it up.
Yeah, ripped it up, concrete,
Yeah.
park cars,
But
car park.
Think about it. You're not
Start
allowed
charging.
to park on the grass outside the front of your house. Dude, you're not allowed to park on the
Yeah.
grass outside the front of your house, but you have to pay to maintain it.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's not yours. It's just under your responsibility.
Yeah.
Come again? You know what I mean?
Huh?
How ridiculous does that sound?
Yeah.
But we just accept it. Like, yeah, sure. Like, we'll do that.
And it's not slowing down. Like, there's more and more.
There's more and more
hidden
little,
fees and hidden charges
little
everywhere.
loopholes and bullshit that make absolutely no sense. Why are we doing it?
Because
to make some big conglomerate fucking more rich, like that's
Some-
it. That's
some mob need an
that's the
extra
be all and
$20.
end all of it.
Yeah.
$20.
$20. It's fucked.
It's bizarre.
I can't handle that shit, man.
Bizarre, dude.
I actually get really, really angry. Especially when I heard about when my mum told me that thing, man. I like lost my shit,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's a joke.
That's the mentality, man, of like these cops, and like, they just don't give a fuck. Like, and they're the kind of people they hire, like just those
Cunts.
no empathy, just like nah, do it. I've got the rules. Fucking listen
Dude,
to me.
empathy's out the window.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's finished.